Okay, let me just sit down and get comfortable so I can follow this game 2, this round 2 of this series. Or, well, if I'm allowed to say, round 2, fight! Here we go once more for a Europe versus South Korea battle, with these two players trying to put up the best show possible, trying to represent the best way possible their sides of the community. Again, this was held at the Intel Extreme Masters tournament, still going on. It's on its third day in Cologne, Germany. This series is taken from day 1, from the early stages, and it's gonna be once more a TVP between this red Terran spawning here on this top right position, going by the name of EmpireKas, and straight from Ukraine. Is a solid Terran player from the European servers, but he's feeling the pressure here. Oh yeah, he's under the gun and he needs to bring his A game to the table if he wants to stand a fair chance against this very menacing force spawning here on this bottom right position. This blue Protoss going by the name of oGsMC, also known as Young Min Chul, or by his previous nickname in Broodor, Iron. Is a very solid Protoss, amongst the finest in the whole Starcraft 2 universe. This guy is a force to be reckoned, and as you guys know, he participates a lot on international tournaments. He comes to play on a lot of foreign events, and this is another situation where he's just flying out of South Korea to battle its way through glory. And well, every time he comes out, he wants fame, fortune, the fans, and obviously that juicy prize money in the end. He's always a contender, he always comes to take the whole thing, to take the cake home, and well, at the moment, EmpireKas is basically standing on his way. So, I'm not thinking is that gonna be very good or not for Kas. What I do know is that it's Kas' responsibility to do something on this game. Just spoiling it a little bit for whoever haven't watched Game 1, Kas is losing 1-0, so it's his turn to just take the first step and try to find some creative way of crushing MC. Now, following the builds, well, still quite early, still quite soon, but we have one gas here for Kas, getting that first racks down and going for the fast tech lab. I wonder, maybe some Reaper play would be an idea. Not sure if that's going to be the case or not. I was even wondering if he would consider getting that racks here and make some sort of wall off on this choke point, but doesn't seem to be Kas' plan for now. Is just fine. While on MC side, yeah, everything's just starting. Gateway into Cybercore, not much going on, just keeping his options open for now. No a double gateway or anything like that to attempt any sort of early aggression. And at the same time, as you can see, he's trying to build his SimCity on the backside of his base. 2 pylons already positioned here. Apparently he's going to try to establish most of his tech on this backside, try to avoid Kas from getting too much visibility to what he's doing inside his base. Kas arriving here with his SCV, while this probe was a bit lost, went all the way to the top left, and now finally finding Kas' base and getting greeted by that Marauder that decided to just blast away with those shells. The probe just surviving to fight another day and try to hide itself on this El Naga watchtower. Meanwhile, the SCV had to escape, had to run back home. The Zealot came out and actually was able to throw at least a stab onto this SCV, but he's still alive and kicking. And now Kas, whoa, going for a quick command center here on the Natural Expo. Already worked on his concussive shells, now working on his steam pack, so he's trying to get those upgrades running really quickly and just investing on a fairly sturdy Marauder force. We still haven't built anything else beside Marauders. There's 2 for now. Apparently he's gonna go all the way Marauder, or at least that's the sign he's sending now on these early stages of the game, and preparing to build more racks. So a commitment to bio play on this matchup. He did the same on Game 1. Well, the result wasn't the best, but hopefully he's going to do something different on this situation. 2 racks play, so he's going to be able to pump out Marines and Marauders soon enough. And apparently, oh, we're going to have a 3rd rack, so plenty of bio ensuing. While on the MC side, we do have 2 more gateways here on the back, so seems like he might be heading that staple build, the 3 gateway expand. Quite solid. Also, it provides with a good defense with some proper unit composition to defend against any kind of early aggression, while allowing him to expand fairly quickly. Those 2 Marauders intercepting that probe. Bye-bye probe. No more scouting for that probe that was attempting to get again inside the bases from Kas, but once more failed. I don't think that MC even spotted anything yet. Yeah, he didn't. I'm pretty sure he has a very good guess of what's going on, because the Marauder's been hanging on this ramp, and obviously is a sign that his opponent is attempting to expand, and seems like he's just pushing ahead with a small force while trying to expand on the back of it. But this is just 3 Stalkers, 1 Zealot. They're going to climb up the ramp and face those 4 Marauders, and seems like we're going to have a small skirmish here. 4 Marauders focusing the fire on the Stalkers. 1 Stalker down, 2nd Stalker almost dead. That Zealot is trying to stab to death those Marauders, but there's still 2 Marauders versus 1 Stalker, 1 Zealot, and the 3rd Marauder showing up to help. Oh, and that Marauder was just saved like on the last second, able to enter that bunker, and saved with not that many hit points anymore. So well defended here by Kas. The first harass was just not successful. I guess that MC didn't took much from that, but he was able to expand on the back of it, and that's something, I guess. We're gonna have both players playing out of 2 bases fairly soon. For now, Kas already has his expo established, and as you can see, worker count quite similar, but he's just boosting ahead on the income. He already has a solid mineral line here, along with the mules helping out, just boosting his economy. Meanwhile, there it is, the 3 racks, 2 of them already with reactors, so he's gonna pump out plenty of marines, and now we're gonna have a factory getting built here on the top of this sim city, of this vertical line that Kas has been assembling here. At the same time, he's actually advancing with his units towards the Zelnaga watchtower, closer to his opponent, so he can keep tabs on the movements. And whoa, look at this count on the sentries from MC. 8 sentries, 4 zealots, and they're all massing up on the energy, so pretty soon they're all going to be maxed out, and this is going to translate into a huge force field fest, as you might imagine. MC is just brilliant with his force field play, and that might turn up into a big hellish situation for Kas. Now, 3 gateways and 3 more, so apparently you're going to have a 6 gateway push out of 2 bases. This is a very menacing situation for Kas. It's a very strong push. I hope that Kas is working on his upgrades and working on his unit composition on his army, because I think he's going to have some big army from MC knocking on his door. There it is, a switch with that starport attached to the reactor, so seems like we're going to have an M composition. There we go. He's attaching it to the reactor and putting out the first Medivac. So a fairly standard M for the Terran player, and he's actually pulling down. I'm quite surprised by this. I wasn't expecting him to bring this small force, because he's gonna meet up with a big force here from MC, quite heavy on the sentry play, as we all can see. Killed that first Marine just right away. Poor Marine was basically a test subject on that situation, and now we're gonna have all the forces from MC coming up with, oh, nice force field play, containing most of the bioforce from Kas. Nice look at this, just having all of those units walled off against the force fields, and the Zealots slicing and dicing all of those units, just destroying the bioforces that Kas was trying to prepare. He has a second wave here, but will this be enough? Take a look at the count. As you can see on the supply, 98 against 79, a bit falling behind their Kas. Also 13 sentries, 4 stalkers, 9 zealots. There's already plenty of plenty of pylons to warp in units there on the back, and here they come. Big push here by MC, trying to destroy this fairly feeble wall that Kas tried to establish here. A single bunker, there's a second bunker there, with some supply depots on the front. That force field play is just pushing all the units away, taking them off range to shoot down MC's forces, and at the same time stopping any SCVs from arriving those bunkers, getting close to those bunkers and repairing them. And there's this big massive force with the zealots that were leading on the front line, already all destroyed, but they already did their role, which was basically being used as buffer to take a lot of hits on the first push. And now MC just transitioning from that zealot force into a big solid stalker force that is pushing here. As you can see, we had Kas working on his upgrades. This engineering bay was taking care of it. Also, this missile turret might indicate that Kas might be afraid of some DT play that actually didn't happen, and we're gonna have all these forces from MC just advancing here and crushing the remaining forces from Kas. Kas not able to resist the pressure and forced once more to GG out of this match and of the series as well, because with this result, well, he lost 1-0 game 1, 2-0, and being a best out of 3 is off the series. Tough luck for Kaz, but MC just had this very aggressive push, backed up by these proxy pylons. One here really close to his opponent's base, as you can see. The second one closer to the middle of the map, so he had 2 positions to keep warping in units. Well played by MC, and this very aggressive force was just able to throw a killing blow onto Kaz. No chance whatsoever for him. He didn't have enough. His M composition did not work out at all, and well, we have MC taking the win on this series. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to be following up with other series from the IEM. I need to take a look at what's not been casted yet, and I catch you guys later on. See you later.